we didn't have the best relationship with Muslims in America. So him having that and putting him on national TV every night,
That's facts.
It became an issue.
That's facts.
For whatever powers that be. Whatever sponsors that just didn't want to be a part of representing something that was connected to a terror network that was focused on bringing the country down. You know what I mean?
So he was really Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick in some ways.
Oh,
no, a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways.
Because he was standing on business. He was like, yo, this what I am.
They told him he had to.
But the kufi wasn't just for us. The kufi wasn't for us.
But it was.
You know what I mean? Colin Kaepernick was like, it's us getting hurt out here. The kufi wasn't just
nah,
us.
but
the kufi was for everybody who, you know
why he did it is different, but what he's saying, the punishment for the action is the same.
And the refusal to say, oh, wait, can I just switch it up and then y'all will take me back? He was like, F it. Nah,
they wanted him to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I don't want y'all, yeah.
That's why he got in trouble.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. They were like, no, you have to. He said, okay, I'll stand. And he would stand there and pray during the Pledge of Allegiance. He wasn't making a big deal out of it. He didn't want to be in the way. But they were like, no, you have to. I heard you. I got you. And he sat there and did this during the entire Pledge of Allegiance. Like, I'm not pledging. I'm not doing that. He sat there and did this. And that was enough to get him out the paint for doing this.
Dang.
Well, you got to, again, bro.
For doing this.
But that was the 90s or the 80s.
That's violation.
Yo,
late 80s, early 90s.
If you throw a party and you got about 6 billion people at the party, but the spotlight keep ending up on people that don't want to follow the rules, what you gonna do?
Dang. Ain't this America though? Ain't it supposed to be a free country?
Yep.
Freedom of speech?
Hell no.
Freedom of it's
free
supposed
what?
to be.
It's supposed to be.
Free what?
Supposed to be.
Freedom of speech.
Free to who? Where you get that from?
I'm saying.
Freedom of speech?
Land of the brave.
And listen,
Write it down.
That's a tourist attraction. That's to attract tourists.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Us here, we know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's for the people on the outside to believe that shit.
See, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. I've been saying that forever. You can say whatever you want,
That's
but you got to answer
powerful.
for it.
That's
Facts.
powerful.
You got to answer for it. However,
That's the right way to look at it, bro.
However,
it's not freedom of consequence.
some of these, the problem is the price ain't the same for everybody.
Right.
And they pick and choose who they want to pay for saying whatever it is you say.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody get the same trouble if you say fire in a crowded building. Yeah, you in trouble. That's fucked up. You're going to get people hurt, you in trouble. Everybody gets that same trouble.
Right.
But the fact is, this lady can sit over here and hold the gun, be blonde hair, blue-eyed, sitting there, you know, kicking it, holding an automatic rifle, holding a Bible in the other hand, a rifle in one, and then you get somebody holding a Quran with a full hijab, with a full hijab on and a gun. It's a problem.
It's a problem because this is a Christian nation, right?
Yeah, but meanwhile, Christians are responsible for some wild terroristic acts.
Yeah, but
Hitler was a Christian. Terrible Christian, but he claimed Christianity.
Hitler was a what?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah. No, terrible example.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Horrible example of somebody claiming Christianity and doing everything under the sun that the Bible say don't do.
Right.
My point is,
how do you figure the Bible say don't do?
thou shalt
Have
not
you ever
kill
read
us.
the Old Testament?
Thou shalt not kill us.
You
right
know
there.
how much genocide is in that?
Well, we talking about.
You know how much genocide is in that
But
book?
the purpose of the New Testament.
You ever
is
heard of the
that-
Canaanites?
But the purpose of the New Testament, to your point, after you finish laughing, you heard me? The purpose of the New Testament is that Jesus Christ came
Right.
and walked the earth and died and was crucified and spread love and spread peace. And now there's grace that we're given by God for being sinners.
Right.
That cats wasn't getting that grace back then. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That ain't the new law.
How do you differentiate the story of Christ from all the other Christs that came before him? The other cultures who have a demigod who comes to change the society. How do you separate that?
The stories inside the Bible of Christ walking the earth, the Gospels, literally, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Right.
Like you said, it might be similar, but that's the same way as, oh, y'all in New York? Y'all, God Emcee is Jayz. Guess what? We got somebody in New Orleans who people swear by just as hard as y'all swear by Jayz. His name is Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Guess what? You go to the West Coast, they got somebody named Tupac Shakur. They got Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? So it's like, how does every culture differentiate? That everybody is going to have their figures that they say, yo, this right here, this person right here, this was that one. This was that one. And hey, what you gonna do at the end of the day? You gotta tell people, if this what we believing in, we believing in everything that came along with this person's life. We don't know about who y'all believing in over there because we wasn't there for that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't studied that the way y'all, the way we studied this person's life. Y'all could tell me stuff about Jay-Z that I'd be sitting here like a kid in the candy store, like, you serious? I never knew that. But that's because y'all was here.
Right.
Y'all know inside information. You feel me?
But there have been about 16 crucified messiahs before Jesus.
And what's their names?
Hold on.
Yeah,
You gonna make me? Oh, I definitely got it. Osiris is one. Hold on, let me get it all together.
It's Bible study.
I mean, I studied a lot when I was I was into the Torah. Mm-hmm. I was actually raised in Christianity. Mm-hmm. Then I studied Islam, and I even kind of investigated Buddhism because I saw a lot of shit going on in the hood that I wanted an answer to it. So at the age of probably like 15, 16, I just started to wonder, like, what's the purpose of all this?
Okay.
And that's the age that you outside, you mixing, you mingling. I got the 5%ers is up the block, the Kemetz is in the middle of the block,
Islam,
you know what I mean? The Muslims right on the corner. Like, and we all talking, you know, in between the 40s and new rap albums, this is the conversation. Mm. So I started to like really want to know like what was really going on. And I looked into the history of all this stuff and I found out a lot. Okay, let me get to
what
this.
that feels like to me? Just that description, different players on the same team.
Man, at the end of the day, bro.
You said different.
We were just talking about it. Different players on the same team. All y'all want to do the right thing. All y'all want to please God. All y'all trying to live right. And you all got the same incentive. You following a different book. But the bottom line is, what's the goal to win a championship? What's the championship?
The problem is, cats don't even have the same goal here on Earth no more, bro. Nowadays, there's so many people who they feel like the whole purpose for our existence is to just get the bag. Mm-hmm. Just to get money.
I think that's just this generation.
That's detrimental to society, bro. When you don't see that you were called to a higher purpose other than just getting money, because there's so many people that over the course of your life, everything you had to do to get that money, like you put your money over your morality to the point where you got the bag at the end of the day, but in the meantime, you had to hurt a bunch of people, rob, steal, lie, kill, you know what I mean, just to get the bag. But people be like, that was the end goal, was to get the bag and live comfortably. Like,
that's crazy.
Man, bro.
And
a lot of people get the bag and be uncomfortable.
With your success.
Mm-hmm.
That's hip hop. I mean, that's everybody in hip hop, bro, who they're lying to the public to make it seem like because they got the bag that they super happy. When in real life, they're not happy. They're not at peace, bro.
Girl a hoe.
All right.
Come on, man.
Delius of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Krishna of India. Crite of Chaldea. Mm-hmm. Attis of Phrygia. Tammuz of Syria. Jesus of Eros. Bali of Orissa.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Indra of Tibet. Mm-hmm. These were all crucified saviors that predate Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Sound like women. Was women in there?
No, not Jesus.
No.
He said some of them names.
Some of them names sound
right.
like...
Osiris, I believe, is another one.
That's Egyptian.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, just from my research, what I found was there was a lot of different cultures that was mixed into one. I don't knock anybody for what they choose. This is my motivation to live a righteous life. This is my motivation to not steal, to not do wicked to my brother. This is I don't knock it. But if we divulge into the history, then some of these things need to be answered. Is there an answer?
I think faith got to kick in at a certain point to where what we looking for from science and from geography, like give me the tangible. I want to be able to Google something and get the tangible answer. What we looking for in the form of Google and in the form of like, show me something tangible, that's where faith has to kick in.
Right.
And faith oftentimes is a mixture of lived experience with spiritual discernment.
Right.
So we all got that gut feeling. We call it our conscience, or just that gut feeling. Like,
Right.
man, my gut telling me this. My gut telling me this. That gut feeling has saved our lives a few times. I'm sure all of us. Like, man,
Facts.
trusting my gut. So it's a combination of like, yo, what is it over the course of me living my life that time and time again shows me that this makes sense? Not because I can Google it and prove every single thing, but it's showing it to me through the signs that's been revealed to me, the miracles that I've been a part
Right,
of.
but I believe God is like, okay, God is within everything.
Okay.
Like, there is no separation. We're all connected. If we broke this whole thing down to atomic particles, there is no separation between me and you right now. Like, we are connected straight across. And when you pray for something, there's no voice that comes down from the sky. There's no hand that sticks out. It usually comes, blessings usually come through the form of another human being, correct? So there's God within all of us. It's just, you know, whether it's the choice for someone to live that life and listen to that inner voice or not.
Right.
But man,
That's how I look at it.
That explains those other messiahs, those other crucified messiahs.
Right, but I mean,
That explains those other crucified
but
messiahs.
throughout
because-
history, this was a blueprint that
Right,
was
but
put
if I-
together.
if
Like,
I
if you
was-
look at the Ankh is really, okay, the Ankh is a cross
Ankh, yeah,
with the circle around it, correct? It
Egyptian.
represents
yeah.
the 4 seasons. However, in Egypt, there was a trinity of Osiris, Ra, and I think, I'm not set, Horus. So if you were to look at that first, you would kind of look over here and be like, well, y'all took this from over here, correct?
What?
So again, I don't knock nobody on what they want to believe, but I think when it comes to religion or how you're going to live your life or based on praising someone, I feel like there are not enough Christians that know enough about what they're living. You dig what I'm saying? And if it's the most important thing in your life, then you should know the ins and outs of it,
Oh,
dates,
all right,
everything.
hold on.
Am I correct?
No,
Well,
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.